Nostalgia Hoops, Nostalgia Sports and Culture. Shout out to everybody tuning in. We talking WNBA. We got to see a classic last night. If you weren't tuned in, you missed a moment. You missed a moment. I know Serena was getting it in the tennis and Tiger Woods in the stands and all that, but really 78-73 Storm Aces was everything that you want when you have two high-level players. When I imagine Kobe and LeBron on even level teams and both of them playing at their peak, this is the type stuff you want to see. But since I think the next matchup, it won't be peak like Kobe, LeBron with Candace and Asia. I think that's the passing of the torch matchup. But this right here is like the two young killers, like Durant, like a prime Durant, a prime LeBron, equal teams going head to head, and both of them showing up. And you got to show. You got Stewie coming down, putting it on the floor, spin, step back, looking like dirt. You got Asia in the paint, looking like Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett. Just an amazing performance, good adjustments. I liked it. They was getting the ball in the post to Asia a lot more. It was points in the first round. I was getting a little frustrated. Where I even sent out a few tweets like, man, Ace is about to blow it. They need to trade Gray, trade this, and that. Because my whole thing is this. Just understand your role. I don't care if you get off when it's time. We know you're the closer, Gray. We understand it's going to be points in time where you need big shots, but the most of the shots need to be going to Asia, and she took 18 last night up from 10 and went 33 and 13 because that's what she needs. She needs to get going early because it's going to benefit the defense because she's going to anchor that defensive player of the year, 3 blocks. It's what we expect. But it also just that emotion that, when she get to talking heavy and just the confidence. You want to get that going. And I felt like early in the season, Jackie Young was handling the ball a bit more. And that's why she was in MVP talks. A lot of people forget that. But when Gray got it, yes, she can score. Yes, it's a skill set that you need, especially in closing games. I think she should always be the closer. But it can take away from other people's game, and that's what I was worried about. And it was more on the lines that she didn't make All-Star. She's mentioned that, and that's something that I feel when you trying to be great, you let stuff like that go. Just go out there and play and make the right basketball play. Don't try to go get Finals MVP. That's not your position, and I hope she don't do that next round. Be so focused on that because that can cause you a championship. Get Asia the ball. She's the first priority. Everybody on the perimeter seems to be rushing, trying to get theirs, and they're forgetting Asia is the future face of the league. She's the coming face right now. Like, it's still Candace. It's still, a few other people to write and all that. We understand they're a bit more visible, been doing it longer and all that. But the future face, like when Kobe was still the guy, and, Wayne was making songs about Kobe, but LeBron was right there and you was getting the 23, 24 from Jeezy and all that. Like, Asia's right here. Like, she's getting all the Gatorade, Nike, Ruffles. All of these endorsements are coming because she has that LeBron type, draw you in, Magic Johnson, big smile, understand how to talk, understand how to play around, can blend with the tough people, can blend with the laid back people. She fits in all crowds. She's the most marketable, and she's from the culture. Black woman, South Carolina, Southern, FB, come on now. Like, everything that you want in the face of the league, Asia has it. Private school upbringing, everything that you want. She know sorority. She knows how to carry. She's the perfect model image. So it's imperative for her to win stuff like Finals MVP. She's the golden one. Steph Curry. We don't need an Andre Iguodala situation, but Iguodala was enforcing that. If it happened like that, it just happened like that. Gray is kind of, I see it. She wants final MVP, but that doesn't do anything for the league. Understand what's going on, y'all. The bag is at stake right now. The world is watching. You need faces and names, and certain faces and names. These are 2 of them. Asia, if they make it, has to win Finals MVP. We can't have her fighting with people on her team. And if you don't understand that, you don't understand your role. You don't understand what's at stake right now when the world is watching. Griner is in jail. Everybody's paying attention for the first time probably since the inaugural season when Lisa Leslie was on all the television shows and stuff like that. But it's even bigger now because of social media. let's not blow this moment. Get her the ball. Let her shine. Maybe next year you get you a finals MVP or all-star or all of those individual awards. They will be there. But you want to be a part of a dynasty. Draymond understands who Steph Curry is. You hear him when he talk. They all understand that is the guy. You want the guy to shine because the more he shines, it's going to be more food for everybody else. It's going to be more money for everybody else. It's going to be more endorsements for everybody else. But she has to stamp her face as the LeBron of the WNBA. And she happens to be signed to Clutch Sports. So 33 for Asia. My only thing with Gray early on, it was like points where she still was reluctant. You could kind of see her, like it was like a few lazy passes. Like, pay attention to guards. When a guard really want to hit you, like she hit Kia Stokes and it'll be a good, strong pass. But she hit Asia and it'd be a lazy pass. One of those passes was almost stolen. It was stolen, something like that. Don't be like that, because when Asia win, Gray, you win. You might not get the finals MVP, but you're going to be a part of a dynasty. Take that. It's nothing to be down about. We know you didn't make All-Star, but we seeing that you're an All-Star level talent. You'll most likely get that next year, especially if you win the championship. That's my only point. I don't have nothing against Gray. I respect her game. I understand that she can pass. I understand that she probably is one of the probably top 3 go and get your shot players in the league, and she's doing it at the high level. Much love, much respect. But let Asia step into that throne, because the league needs it. The world is watching. There's a date for y'all. Candace Parker, Asia Wilson, passing of the throne. Great personalities, both from the culture. They're going to be matched up. It's a show waiting. You're not just going to win a championship. You're going to dethrone the former champion, and you might get to retire Candace Parker. Let Asia get that. It's her moment. It's her time. The signature shoe, not just the shoe that was already there that they attaching to her, the signature MVP championship shoe might be coming, which is going to open even more door. Like, let this happen. Greatness is on the way. The league is blowing up. But she has to go. You have to have the right person on that throne in order for this to happen. With the world watching, let Asia get hers. Jackie Young, very solid defense. Her offense hasn't been the same since the injury, but I told you why I think that is. Great handling the ball a bit more, and I think that kind of hurt her offense. Stokes was good on the hustle. I don't want her taking threes. I don't want them getting her the ball in the post to score. Just be that energy effort player. On the other side, only thing I'll say with the Storm, don't get so Stewie centric. Stewie put up 23 shots. I didn't even see Charles put up that many, 17. But don't get so Stewie and post-centric. With them, I would probably try to cut Stewie back a little bit to 17, 18 and make sure Lloyd is, it's a balance between that. Not that I think Lloyd needs to probably try to get off a little bit earlier. Kind of like the opposite with them, because Stewie can actually put the ball on the floor, handle and all that, and create her shot. So kind of get her going early, then she can fall back a little bit in between, and we understand what she does in the clutch. Big thing with the post-ups, I was saying with Asia too, is because you control the pace. So you taking away a lot of those fast breaks that Lloyd was getting off with, because you throwing it in, you slowing it down. And even if you miss it, it's not them same type of fast breaks to when you coming down playing that plumb speed, shooting it, it's bouncing off and they flying down the court. So just pay attention to stuff like that if you tapped in too. But Charles, 17, I didn't even see it, 17 and 9. I really don't even remember Tina Charles scoring them, but 32 points. I mean, Stewie was just putting on the show. 8 points. The guards got to do better. Anything else stood out in that game to me? Oh, Raquana Williams. I don't understand why she gets all this time. 0-6, 0-3. Please give Bell that time. Please. Like, Bell is better than Raquana Williams. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all not convincing me otherwise. So let me go down just stuff I done retweeted. So it's Cavs. All right, yeah, so here go all the stats. So just play a few highlights. Plum taking it on the drive. Only thing, Plum, slow down a little bit. You play at like such a high speed and it works against most teams, but some reason it don't work against Seattle. Just slow down. Nice work by Gray. Solid mid-range, one of the best in the business. I got all love for Gray. I'm just saying I understand what time it is for Asia. Big block from the Defensive Player of the Year. And let me see what she going to do. If she would have pulled up, that would have been crazy. But coming right back, solid move over Tina Charles. Well, she has 19, 7 and 7, 8 and 13. Still a great game. Kicking it right to that post. Let Asia get to work on two. You too little. Stuff like that. And what this also does when she get it in the post, it's making the post players work. So you don't see those 18 rebounds from Charles because now they got to jump up and down and bang down in that post. The same way I was saying attack Candace Parker for Connecticut. It makes them have to work on the other end, which take them legs away late in the game. Let me see what I see. Nice pick. Good pull. Good pull. She was playing pretty good, though, most of the game. It just was a certain point where I was upset with her. Kick it down right up top. Asia had hit a nice three in the clutch, too. There was some big moments, but that was one of them that, like, sealed it. See, you got to hit her immediately right there. Like, even that hesitation, that's what they was doing that first game, and they was trying to create something for themselves or go back to the guard. Immediately you see this mismatch, it shouldn't be nothing to think about. Fourth quarter, 148 left. This was a great pass. Nice move, too. Plum was getting down on herself around here. And that was, one of them that turned her up. A thing of beauty. Asia with the spin. A battle for the history books tonight. Breanna Stewart, 32, 7 rebounds, 3 blocks. Asia Wilson, 33, 13, 3 blocks. Became the first players in WNBA history to each record 30-plus points, 5-plus rebounds, and 3-plus blocks in a playoff game. One win at a time. Raise the stakes, 78-73. I just want to see that Asia 3, 33 and 13. It's playoffs. I don't want to have to cuss you out, but I will, holding the folks accountable. This is the truth. Don't take it personal. And that's just Asia talking about stepping up and taking that leadership role. Give me the ball. Hammond told her to be more aggressive. We know if we trying to go to the promised land, if they lose, this not going to be on grade. This don't hurt. And it's the other thing. This don't hurt y'all. Y'all just lose and people forget about it. If Asia lose, we talking about somebody that's putting herself in that GOAT conversation. We seen all the categories that she top at since she came into the league. She's walking in GOAT shoes. So her losing means a lot more than y'all. Her having an 8-point game means a lot more than if it happened for y'all. Understand, care about your teammates, and understand their position in the world. It's not disrespectful. It's just reality. Our game is in great hands. Asia Wilson and Breanna Stewart give it their all in the semis. We got commercials on. Let's see Breanna Stewart. We got to watch. It's only right. We got to watch Breanna Stewart get busy, too. Come down, pull up from deep. Steph Curry range like it's easy. Sue Bird. Kick it to the post. And they don't have no problem hitting. They understand what it is. That's what I like about Seattle. Well coached. I probably would like to see their coach on the Aces. Not to knock Becky Hammond, but it's just like they clearly get who Stewie is, and it's no problem with letting her shine. That's that dog right there. Get off me. Shout out to Gray for her defense, too. She got some nice, well-needed jump balls. Nice move. Stewie on Asia, Defensive Player of the Year. Get this work. It was going back and forth. This was a show. This is what I'm saying. This was a classic. Stewie pulling up deep. No hesitation. And she just plays like she just belongs in the moment. Like, it's like she just built for this. Like, what's Raekwon album, Built for Cuban Links? Like, she just built for the big moment. Asia, bringing it down. That was a Draymond drive right there. I think this is 3, yep. This was a well-needed 3, I think, at the time. They ain't showing the score, though. I just think Bell in the game will bring some more energy, and she also tough enough to stand up to players like Gray. I think she one of them. She's so young that Asia shining is something that she want to see. Like, them young players, they be understanding everybody's position. Sometimes when you the same age or older than somebody, you kind of feel like, oh no, I'm just as. But them young players, they get it. And I don't think the moment would be too big for her. She just so confident. Yeah, but that's some of the highlights. Let's check this out real quick. From 8 points to 33 in Game 2 semifinals, Asia speaks on what changed and how team chemistry has allowed the Las Vegas Aces to perform under pressure. I mean, big moments. Look at her. Look, Muhammad Ali looking good and putting up the big numbers. Let me see. Anything else? Defensive Player of the Year, 3 blocks. Yeah, but I mean, that's pretty much it. Let me make sure I done caught everything. I had to be locked in for my team. I always got to remember who I am, and that was her message. Just, remember who you are in that big moment. When it's time and the lights on, just don't forget. Asia Wilson, man, great night. Motivational. This is an instant classic. Historic night for women. Historic night for women's basketball. And she put on the show that we all needed. Nostalgia hoops, nostalgia sports and culture. The big GOAT, Asia Wilson.